I'm Nancy Green Saraisky. I received a PhD in comparative education and political science from the Department of International and Transcultural Studies. My career started in politics. I then went overseas and did several years of educational development work, came back to the United States and worked in the foundation world for a bit, and even did a short stint in television. What was really nice about coming to TC was that it ultimately allowed me to draw on each of those experiences and pursue those interests in a really intellectually stimulating way. I was drawn to international comparative education because it combined an interest I have in political science and how governments and states work, and a particular passion for education, which grew out of several years of overseas educational development work. And the department was a great place to combine those interests. My research explores the politics of international large-scale assessment. Specifically, my dissertation research looked at the Program for International Student Assessment, better known as PISA, and how it's been understood in American educational discourse between 2000 and 2012, which corresponds to the first 4 cycles of PISA testing. And I have several findings. First, my data show that both global and domestic politics play a stronger role in shaping understandings about PISA than do actual student achievement scores. The discourse around PISA is driven largely by politics as opposed to empirical realities. Secondly, PISA is designed and talked about as a policy tool to guide policymakers in education reform. But my data showed that, in fact, there's been very little education reform, at least in the United States, directly generated by PISA scores. Finally, discussion around PISA is a profoundly elite enterprise. The discourse favors opinions and commentary from government officials, analysts from international organizations, but there are very few parent, student, or teacher voices, suggesting that those closest to the schoolhouse are given the least voice. I'd like to continue my work on the politics of large-scale international assessment. I've also become really interested in the role of elites and the role of public opinion in educational discourse, and I'd also like to pursue a line of work exploring how culture impacts educational success. The thing I'm going to remember most about TC was the process of researching, writing, and completing my dissertation. I was so fortunate to work with outstanding faculty. In particular, Oren Pizmoni-Levy, Gita Steiner-Chamsi, and Jeff Hennig were great mentors to me and really inspired me and pushed my thinking. Another great thing about my experience at Teachers College is that my coursework and my access to professors wasn't just limited to my own department. So I have a particular interest in policy and politics, and I was able to take courses in the politics and education program that really helped push my thinking. My dissertation defense was a really exhilarating experience.